Do you ever feel like no matter how much effort you put in, every time it's as if you're starting from scratch? You keep facing the same problems over and over again, doing the same things repeatedly? You start something new, but soon give up because it seems like it's not working? You look at successful people and think they must have some secret, a secret that's not available to you? In reality, all this happens because you don't understand one of the most powerful forces in the universe, the compound effect. It's the compound effect that determines why some people's results keep getting better and better, while others, despite all their efforts, stay at the same level. Albert Einstein called the compound effect the eighth wonder of the world. Did you know that one of the richest people on the planet, Warren Buffett, earned more than 90% of his fortune after the age of 56? He started investing at 11, and by 56, he had only accumulated about 1% of his current wealth. After 56, he made over $160 billion. How is that possible, you ask? It's the power of compound interest, or in broader terms, the compound effect. Since childhood, we've heard stories like a drop of water wears away a stone, the tortoise beats the hare, or small steps lead to great results. Yet few people truly understand how this principle works in real life. We live in a world surrounded by tales of instant success, miraculous transformations, and magic pills. We see the results, but we don't see the long process behind them. From the very first day of our lives, we witness the compound effect in action. We see children grow day by day, trees getting taller year after year, and knowledge accumulating lesson by lesson. But when it comes to our own goals, we somehow forget this principle and expect instant results. So, what is the compound effect? It's the phenomenon where small, consistent actions, efforts, or investments gradually accumulate and lead to significant results or changes over time. Because each new result builds upon the previous one, creating exponential growth instead of linear progress. Simply put, the compound effect is what turns your small, seemingly insignificant steps into massive achievements, because each success strengthens or simplifies the next one. Imagine a small snowball at the top of a mountain. When you push it, it starts rolling downhill, slowly gathering more and more snow as it goes. At first, the growth is almost invisible. The snowball gets just a little bit bigger, then a little more. But with every turn, its surface expands, allowing it to collect even more snow. By the time it reaches the bottom, that tiny snowball has become a giant boulder or even an avalanche. What's important to understand is that most of the growth doesn't happen at the beginning of the journey. It happens closer to the end, when the accumulated momentum starts to grow geometrically. So what about all those stories of instant success, you might ask? Are they all lies? Of course not. But what seems like an overnight success is almost always the result of a long process of accumulation. We just see the breakthrough moment, the final picture, but not all the small, consistent steps that led there. Today, we're going to talk about what the compound effect really is, how it works in different areas of life, and how you can use it to achieve your goals. Let me warn you right away, this video won't be helpful for those who want everything at once, preferably without any effort. This video is for people who don't believe in fairy tales or shortcuts, and who understand that behind every stroke of luck and every major success lies daily, invisible, and meticulous work. Don't expect me to give you some magic formula for achieving everything while doing nothing. This video will be useful for anyone who wants to understand how to make sure that your past successes and efforts don't go to waste, but instead help you achieve more with less effort. Essentially, how to make your past work for your future. Today, we'll understand that success isn't a single event, it's a process. That patience and consistency aren't just nice-sounding words. They are real tools for achieving your goals. Once you grasp the concept of the compound effect, you'll realize that achieving great results doesn't require supernatural abilities or massive breakthroughs. You just need to understand how the compound effect works and be willing to apply it in your life. The compound effect doesn't cancel out what we previously called predictable luck. It's simply another tool of superposition, showing you how to create circumstances in which luck naturally works in your favor, and the entire world seems to help you achieve your goals. So let's start by understanding what the compound effect is and how it works. The compound effect is a phenomenon where small, consistent actions, efforts, or investments gradually accumulate over time and lead to significant results or changes. See, it's a simple definition, but behind it lies enormous power. The compound effect is what transforms your small steps into big achievements. It allows you to reach significant results without heroic effort. Instead of trying to accomplish something grand all at once, you can take small steps, but do it every day. Over time, those steps will lead you to great goals. The compound effect, in principle, is not a new concept. Folk wisdom has reflected this principle for centuries through proverbs and sayings. For example, a penny saved is a penny earned. This proverb emphasizes that small savings or acts of thrift can eventually grow into a significant amount over time. Or, patience and hard work conquer all. This saying teaches that persistence and consistent effort will ultimately bear fruit. A drop of water wears away the stone. This proverb highlights the power of the compound effect, when even small, repeated actions over time can lead to major changes. The road is mastered by the one who walks it. This expression reminds us that only continuous movement forward, step by step, leads to real progress. Rome wasn't built in a day. It tells us that great achievements require time and constant effort. Or, as the Kaizen philosophy says, fast is slow, but without breaks. The compound effect works in every area of life. Let's look at a few real-life examples. Health and fitness. One workout won't make you an athlete, but regular training throughout a year can completely transform your body. Likewise, eating one apple won't make you healthy, but eating nutritious food every day for a year will greatly improve your overall well-being. Education and skills. 1 hour of studying a foreign language won't make you fluent, but daily practice over a year will allow you to communicate confidently. Similarly, reading one book won't make you an expert, but reading every day for a year will give you deep knowledge in your chosen field. Finance. A single small investment won't make you rich, but consistent investing over many years can lead to substantial wealth thanks to compound interest. Saving a small amount once won't change your financial situation, but the habit of saving and spending wisely every day will bring financial stability. For example, if you invest just $10 per month at 7% annual interest, after 30 years your capital will grow to about $122,530, of which only $36,000 is your own contribution. The remaining $86,530 comes from the power of compound interest. Personal habits and self-development. 1 productive day won't make you successful, but the habit of using your time effectively every day will lead to significant accomplishments. So how does the compound effect actually work? You've probably seen how a rocket takes off. Notice how hard it is for it to lift off the ground. It struggles just to gain a little height. A space rocket is one of the most vivid examples of overcoming the barrier before the compound effect kicks in. Look, when a rocket launches from Earth, it burns about 85 to 90% of all its fuel just to overcome the first 100 to 160 kilometers and reach orbit. This happens because it has to fight both Earth's gravity and atmospheric resistance. The first few minutes of flight seem extremely inefficient. A huge amount of fuel is burned, yet the progress, in terms of altitude and speed gained, appears minimal. However, after overcoming this initial barrier, a qualitative change or breakthrough occurs. Now, every kilogram of the remaining fuel produces a disproportionately greater effect, and the remaining 10 to 15% of fuel can be used for orbital maneuvers or even for flights lasting months or years. The rocket can now travel vast distances with minimal energy expenditure. This is the power or effect of accumulated effort. Let's take a simpler, everyday example to show how the compounding effect works on a practical level. Suppose you decide to go somewhere or do something. You take the first step, which is not easy. To do this, you first have to shift your center of gravity forward, then move your leg and take a second step. But the third or fourth step becomes much easier. Why? Because you've already gained momentum and shifted your center of gravity. You see, even in everyday things, the compounding effect is at work. Here's another example. The effect of the growing domino. Imagine a row of dominoes where each next piece is 1.5 times taller than the previous one. If the first domino is only 5 centimeters tall, then the 23rd domino would be as tall as the Eiffel Tower, and the 57th would reach the distance from Earth to the Moon. Starting from just 5 centimeters, and by the 57th step, you've reached the Moon. Now, let's take examples from business. At first, you invest a huge amount of resources, your time, money, and effort, while receiving only minimal returns. Most of your fuel or energy goes into overcoming initial resistance and building the foundation. But once you reach a certain critical mass, a breakthrough occurs. Your subsequent actions become exponentially more effective, and the same amount of effort brings you many times greater results. Just like with a rocket, the hardest part of the journey is the beginning. But once you break through the barrier of initial difficulties, the compounding effect begins to work for you, helping you achieve massive results with much less effort. The same principle applies to any of our endeavors. At first, results may be invisible, and it may even seem like we're standing still. But if we keep taking the right actions consistently, over time the results start to accumulate, and at some point a breakthrough happens. The compounding effect has several important characteristics. First, progression over time. The longer you do something, the more significant the result becomes. It's like a snowball that gets bigger and bigger as it rolls down a hill. Or, as Jackie Chan once wisely said, becoming successful is easy. You just have to keep doing one thing for a long time. Notice the nuance here, doing one thing for a long time. But what do most people do? They constantly jump from one thing to another, switching fields, endlessly chasing new opportunities to make money, instead of steadily improving in one area. The second characteristic is small actions performed regularly. Even the smallest actions, if done consistently, can lead you to great results. It's like a drop of water that wears away stone not by force, but by frequency and persistence. The third characteristic is gradual progress. Accumulation happens slowly, without sudden leaps. Naturally, this requires patience and resilience. As the saying goes, slow and steady wins the race. And it's no coincidence that in Islam it's said that Allah gives barakah, or blessings, for two things: risk and patience. The fourth characteristic is the effect of synergy. When small, consistent actions combine, they create a result greater than the sum of their individual parts. It's like ingredients in a recipe. Together, they produce a dish whose taste surpasses that of any single ingredient. The fifth characteristic is momentum. After reaching a certain point, the compounding effect begins to work on its own, even if you reduce your effort. It's like a bicycle that keeps moving forward even after you stop pedaling. So why do so many people fail to take advantage of the compounding effect? The main reason is that we live in a world of instant gratification. We want to see results right away. Not in months or years, but immediately. We start doing something, don't see quick results, and quit before the compounding effect has a chance to kick in. Moreover, we often underestimate the power of small actions. We think that to achieve big results, we need to do something grand. But in reality, small, consistent efforts often lead to greater success than rare bursts of heroic effort. So, how can you apply the compounding effect in your life? The first and most important step is to choose the right action or the right direction. Keep in mind, not all actions lead to a positive compounding effect. Some actions can actually have a negative one. For example, eating fast food every day or smoking cigarettes will accumulate health problems over time. That's why it's so important to choose actions that lead you toward your desired outcomes. Second, be consistent. Consistency is the key to the compounding effect. It's better to do something small every day than something big once a month or once a year. As the saying goes, a drop of water wears away stone. Third, be patient. The compounding effect takes time. Don't expect instant results. Remember, great achievements are built from small steps. Fourth, use the power of habits. This is my favorite principle. Habits are automatic actions we perform without conscious effort. If you can turn beneficial actions into habits, the compounding effect will start working for you automatically. Let's summarize. 1. The compounding effect is a phenomenon where small but consistent actions, efforts, or investments accumulate over time and lead to significant results or changes. 2. Use the compounding effect. You need to choose the right actions, be consistent, stay patient, and leverage the power of habits. 3. The compounding effect works in all areas of life: health, fitness, education, skill development, finance, personal growth, and business. Remember, great achievements are made of small, consistent steps over time. Don't expect instant success. Be patient and persistent, and the compounding effect will start working in your favor. As the proverb says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that first step today. Keep moving forward one small step at a time, and before long, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. And with that, I'll say goodbye for now. I wish you to never lose what you've already achieved, and to reach that point where your past efforts make your future easier. See you next time.